Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Hi there, it's Andrea Eichmann. I'm here with you today. Jeremy, I see you for sure. Thanks for letting me know you're here. I am here with you today on Monday, August 12th. Can you believe halfway through August, those of us in Minnesota and some states are looking at starting school in the next week, and we are looking at 3 weeks yet. 3 weeks, 2 weeks till workshop for those of us that teach, and then another week to go before we start. Wonderful, wonderful, super great times. Anyway, Andrea Eichmann here. It's our debrief, telling you and letting you know what we've been up to, what we did last night, who we spoke with, and what we've got coming up in the future. So I'm doing this alone, guys. I don't know where Jonathan is. I think Mark's at work. I'm just here cleaning my house all day because I feel like it's crunch time. And I need a couple closets emptied out. So that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. I would like to hear, those of you that are watching, I can see we've got a few watching right now. I would really like to hear, number one, how your summer's been going. And number two, what are you doing on your mission? What are you doing to help the cause? What is your cause? How are you making good things happen? And I wish there was so many more people here that could share that. Because I like to hear from everybody. Maybe I'll make that a post. So share with your friends if you see that post. Here at WeP3 at the People's Patriot Project, we are moving forward with everything right now. I just visited a minute with Peterson this morning. He's working on some things. I've been working on some things. And I know Jonathan down there with his team, Raquel and Dylan and Jerry, they're all working on some things down there too. So I am hoping that there will be a lot more to share in the very near future, and some, I want to call it growth, but really when we say growth, we mean we're meeting more people so that our reach can be bigger. And it's not about us, but some more groups that we're collaborating with, and it's going to be pretty darn cool. Last night was awesome. We had a new guy, new to my network, but I just can't thank Jamil Mutran for coming on last night and sharing his world. And I'm going to tell you about that world in a minute. And then we had Dom Coors, and thank goodness Dom showed up, because I think he gave Peterson a little time to breathe, and there was some issue with the music being loaded. And so Dom is creating a new recording every week. And so we wanted to get as much on as we could. And we got 2 of them on, but you'll have to watch. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put last night's link up. In case you missed it, you can catch it here, right here on Facebook. You can go to, where can you go? Here we go, YouTube. You can catch it on YouTube. You can catch it next Sunday night at 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock to, wait, on Sunday night, this coming Sunday. Jeremy, I am sorry. Oh, I read that as Henderson, Minnesota. Yes. I hope things are moving forward, Jeremy. I know, I mean, we're stuck up here, praying, which doesn't feel probably like it does a lot all the time. But we are here to support you, Jeremy, and all the things you got going on. Listen up, we've got some hero stock. Hey, you got big things going on too. I love hearing about all the things going on. Shoot, that dang Shannon book. Anyway, we'll talk to you soon too. Our show is sponsored by Smart Living. This is Brian Kenzer and Andrea Eichmann. And what we've done is we've joined a shopping network. It's online, but products are made here in the USA and distributed here in the USA and employs people here in the USA, and natural stuff, no harsh cleaning, gross, body cleaning, kitchen cleaning, bathroom cleaning, housekeeping. Their candles are to die for. Anyway, check us out. I'll put that link up here in just a minute. The others that we'd like to thank really quickly for their sponsoring of our newsletter and our shows. Catch 22 with Derek Iozio, Boho Hobo's Hideaway. That's Lauren Iozio, who will be joining us on the show in just a couple weeks here. Contagion Effect is out there. Eric Mello, We Need to Talk. I miss you, bud. And then Operation Texas Strong, who Peggy and Bobby have been so busy. You guys, what they do is they collect. So many people have RVs, and we call them campers up here, and fifth wheels and mobile homes kind of things. Down there, I think they all fall under the category of RV. And they house homeless veterans that are looking for a place. Somewhere near El Paso. Shoot, now I can't remember the name of the town. They also have a campground and a camp store where they take donations, and then all that stuff can be reused. I do want to give a shout out to Miss Kimmer Gwinner. Gosh dang it, woman. I'm going to call you right after the show. Our poet extraordinaire, who not only graces us with her presence, but her poetry and her good-naturedness and her positivity, and all the experience that she brings along. And so, Kimmer, we'll be talking soon. I'm just going to give you this. You can go anytime to Reads Across America. All these apps. You got the iHeartRadio app, the Odyssey app, the TuneIn app. You can go on there, just search Reads, and you can find this show on their podcast format platform. There we go. Words don't leave me now. And you can listen in on what we do. Hey, you guys, this is what we do. We know why we get to do this. Thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and lives to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily. It's kind of the creed that we live by here. Peterson's not here to tell you if you're not doing something, then you need to be pretty darn thankful when you lay your big fat heads on your pillows of freedom. He does it so much better. I can't do it without a smile. Every night, there is something to be said to live your life, not even thinking about those freedoms, not even being concerned about, people sleeping on the ground in other countries in the heat, the cold, maybe it's plush, who knows, whatever branch they are in, whatever part they're serving. As we're over here buying our groceries and worrying about daycare and settling in our new homes or buying our new cars, whatever it is, we're getting ready to go back to school. How about that one? As we do that, it's awesome that we don't have to worry about who's defending our country or who's watching our neighborhoods or who made it possible that we could avoid an accident or who might respond to our accident if there is one, right? We don't have to worry about that because of those people that put in the time and make the sacrifices to keep us safe. Every night when I go to bed and I think about, what would I do? I used to worry about the kids. I don't have kids in my house anymore. Like, what would I do? Where would I go? How can I make sure my kids are prepared in that? What in my house, it's going to take 28 seconds to 2 minutes for a first responder to get here, right? 28 seconds, shoot, I can hold anybody and anything off. After that, I don't know. I've not been tested. I probably sound like I'm preaching, but that is one of the things that as a middle school teacher, I don't know what I would do because I've never been in that position, right? I've never been in a violent protest. I've never had to defend a violent protest. I've never had to defend against a violent protest. I've done a couple peaceful protests. They seem pretty darn easy, but I've never been on the other side of a violent protest or an attack or needing to respond to help somebody in that situation as a requirement, as a choice that I signed up for. So let's keep that in mind. There we go. I think that was like a minute and a half of a lecture from Eichmann. I got to fill in because Peterson's not here to do the lecturing. You guys, our guest last night, Jamil Mutran. This is how I labeled him. I labeled him a spectacular steward of the profession that he lives. Not his job, you guys. It's what he lives. He is down there in Hudspeth County, Texas. He is working from the border. I don't know. It's the biggest. I think he said, now I got so excited. It's the biggest county down there in Texas. Yes, it is on the border. And yes, towards the end of the episode, if Peterson hadn't asked it, I was going to ask it. There's a lot of border issues. I can't say issues, but a lot of border stuff that has to be dealt with. But Jamil shared about it being, this is his family life as well, right? His wife, his son, his daughter are all first responders, nurses, emergency room, not physicians, but responders. It's a family affair, and it's kind of freaks me out, but it's actually really, really cool. Like, like they don't call each other mom, dad, whatever, hey, wifey poo, when they're working, but just knowing that it's your actual blood family and your responder family that's down there. They cover, shoot, dang it, you guys, this is ridiculous. It's miles and miles of county. So not only is he a first responder, he also runs his nonprofit that Texas Rescue. There's so many aspects, you guys. I met him. This is weird because, in people you may know, it popped up every day and it's called Vote Mutran. And it's his page where he's sharing that he's running for constable of Hudspeth County. And so we did have him explain what a constable is, because up here in Minnesota, I don't think we have a constable. I told him it sounds very old Westish, like the judge who is also the sheriff, who is also the town cop. He's full of information and sharing. So sometimes when you get down to the nitty-gritty of things, sometimes you have to share a story to make the connection as to how real things are. And I don't want to know, but I do want him to know that I will be here to listen. He didn't give a number, but I can't imagine the number of last breaths he has held on to where he has been in a remote area of that county and the help is on its way, but it might take 40 minutes to get there. And I mean, I'm willing to bet, this is my guess, this isn't what he said, you don't call for that kind of help unless it's life or death. And so when you get there as a responder, it is life and death. And sometimes they're waiting on the helicopter, and, you know, God bless them. It is kind of then a cool story that he shared about his family, where he was the first responder. His son or daughter was an EMT on the ambulance. The ambulance got there. Son is in the ER and wife is the nurse. And it's pretty freaking cool, as this person may be hanging on by a thread. This whole family, they said later on something about, I keep seeing on your name tag Mutron. And is it like, what's that? And yeah, it's not a small area. So it's not like a tiny town in Minnesota where there's a lot of the same last names. It's their actual family. He also shared a story about a coyote. Not a coyote, you know what a coyote, right? They had found a girl that had been trafficked, and she had been used and abused, obviously, but she was able to remember or to do well enough to explain where, shoot, it was her brother and another person, so that they could find them. Of course, they'd been executed, and so at least they were able to find the bodies. But how do you do that day in and day out, you guys? And Jamil does it with a smile on his face. So check him out. I don't know if we reach anybody. I know we've got a lot of people out in El Paso, which is amazing. I don't know if we have anybody in Hudspeth County. We might. If you get a chance, reach out and say hi. They do events with Texas Rescue. They do like some fundraising. Well, really a lot of fundraising, but then also because, you know, well, here's a little insight. As a constable down there, he used to buy his own shirt, uniform, even his own badge. Like, in my little brain, I'm like, that seems like something that would come with the territory. Like, somebody should be getting you a badge, but their own vehicles. And so, yeah, check it out. His name is Jamil Mutron. I put the link up to our YouTube show from yesterday. Gosh dang it, he is such a great guy. Now I talked about him for like 10 minutes. So I don't talk about people I don't like for 10 minutes because they don't deserve that much time on my tongue. But yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't even know where that came from. So you guys, we had Dom Coors on last night as well. So I'm not military, so I don't get to do the brother-sister thing. But honestly, if I had a brother, this would be my choice if I got to choose that brother. Although I feel like we would get along, like we get along so well right now. We might fight as brother and sister, but we also might be super competitive, which would keep us on our toes. And holy crap, would keep us in shape. When he came up here with some other Texas veterans that were musicians, we housed them for 5 days and then fed them. It was really interesting to shop for 5 different pallets at the local grocery store. You know, you go all the way from the organic health food to the cotton candy grapes to the, can I get another Coke and a beer? Like, and then a little bit of some fancy bourbon, I don't know, to top off the night. Those of you that have ever hung out with musicians, holy cow, they don't give in till the night is done. And so don't plan on sleeping if you do hang out with that crowd. But it is beautiful. I would never trade that experience for a lifetime of sleep or anything else almost, really. It was very cool. So Dom was one of those people. He was in a workout regimen at that point. And so I got to take him to work out. Like, he is, anyway, Dom Coors is his name. And that's what I mean about being like a brother, right? Like, even to deliver these people to not just to and from the airplane or from the airport, but to their workouts, to their Jen Ford was here. She had never seen trees in the fall. So if you've never seen leaves changing color, I mean, what better place than along the river in Minnesota? So, all right, Dom Course, he is badass, you guys. He is putting out a new recording once a week. And so you'll probably be seeing and hearing a lot more from us. I know he talked about writing with his brother. He said anytime they get together, that's what they do. They might be working on something, they finish it, they start something new, just kind of around the clock. So the first song that he shared, and there's not a video with it yet. So if you're watching the live, we just put in a memorial video that we have. It's better than looking at us. So 10 Toes is the name of it. And it's super amazing little piece of work about really getting your feet on the ground. And that's where you start. Like, you can make your decisions and your plans, but until you put your feet on the ground and look at what's real and what's going to happen, that's what it takes to get started and then to stay on task. He's got a rendition. I'm going to play this one at the end today. Our favorite song, from Don Coors. We use it in the intro on our Sunday show. He made a recording just for us to use on our intro. It is called Roll On by Dom Coors, played with his license plate homemade guitar. Amazing. Adam Peterson has some love infatuation with that guitar. When I put the video on, if you stay till the end, you'll know this came complete with the video from when we first met Dom. For me, it's the essence of Dom. He has his mountain man look. He went from mountain man to GQ. So when we saw him down in Texas for a Doug Lane night out, we didn't know it was him. I mean, the dude was probably walking around looking for us, but we didn't even know it was him because he's all GQ. If you're too young to know what that is, then I'm sorry. Look it up. But now he's kind of looking like Dom again. But wow, putting out the music. His third song was one that he had written in Iraq. Now, if you're going to watch the live, I will apologize. And he apologized. Please don't worry about Dom. Dom's amazing. He apologized. I had asked him to send it in MP3s. And I think he misunderstood and he sent it in the waves. And there was this downloading and uploading and something was too big. I don't do that piece. So I only know the words. I don't really know what everything means. But anyway, his third song is something they wrote in Iraq. I didn't even catch the name of it. We lost the audio. The audio got really quiet, but the guitar was so freaking amazing that I let it run because you got to listen. The guitar piece. So you heard it. You heard it here. But we're going to get it. We're going to get it right. And we're going to put it on again. And it will be on WeP3 Radio. As I'm mentioning that, let me go grab the link to WeP3 Radio. So his newer stuff and his redone stuff, you won't hear it on WeP3 Radio. I don't have any control. We've given someone else the control to WeP3 Radio. And so, and we're going to do our best to keep up. Let's catch up first and then keep up. But go check it out. It is internet radio. If you don't like internet radio, you do what you do. I've found internet radio, I have it here on my phone, and so then I Bluetooth it in my car and everywhere. Trust me, I do a lot of that with a lot of different things. So that was Dom. That was Jamil. That was our show last night, which, gosh dang it, guys. I know that we probably say this a lot. And it's amazing to me when I look back because I do put together all of these shows to be made into podcasts. So I get to hear them 2, 3, 4 times. And every single time I'm like, oh, this one was really good. Oh, this one was really good. I'm not tooting my own horn, you guys. It wouldn't be good without our guests and what they put in. We cannot thank our guests enough. And I'm trying to figure out ways all the time. Anyone listening out there that maybe has a speedy way to do thank you letters, even if they're internet thing. Anyway, I keep all this information in a spreadsheet. So I'm going to figure it all out, get it all out there. I'm not seeing any questions or comments, and I apologize if I missed anything. I know Hero Stock was in here. I don't have your dates on the top of my head. Hero Stock, you can go ahead and you can add that if you're still around. Jeremy Daniels, present as always. I might have seen Terry Daniels pop in and out. Tina, I saw you pop in. If you know of anyone that you think would make a cool guest, someone who's got a mission that is similar in supporting veterans, active duty, first responders, if they've served, we're here for them. We are also collecting, you guys, collecting left and right, left and right, left and right. We are collecting the groups that we have had the chance, the extremely valuable chance to, there you go. Thank you, Hero Stock. And that's the one down in Nebraska. I was just checking it out. We've gotten the chance to meet so many groups. I guess when I look at it, last night was episode 213 of the official episodes. We've interviewed a lot of other people around the country. We have sat here without a running stream, but just in a meeting format. The old Ashland, Nebraska, somewhere without cameras rolling except to look at each other, right? We have met with, we call them our vetted brothers and sisters that we feel they're doing what they say they're doing. And we are not the end all say all. We have to take what other people say as well. So when we meet people and we have this connection with people that we feel are doing what they say they're doing and they're doing it for the good of everybody else, we want to share that with everybody. And so we're going to be collaborating with a lot of groups. And as we continue to bring in new groups, you guys, I have like 7 more weeks of guests ready to roll. I've got probably only 3 of those filled with music. Always looking for new musicians as well. And bringing back some of our old musicians. I say old, they're not old, but you know what I mean. Some of our previous musicians. Holy cow, you guys, there's just so much going on. So keep up, keep watching, keep listening. Keep knowing that you are appreciated. And I'm speaking for all of us. I'm speaking for, I don't know where Jonathan is, to I think I know Peterson is working too. I'm hoping Kimmer is doing amazing, and all the rest of you out there. We appreciate you so very freaking much. I'm going to put a name right here. SFH. Okay, guys? And it stands for, some of you already know this. Oh, holy cow, I've got way too. Okay, this is, you know what? They're a t-shirt store, but they are not a t-shirt store. They do so much more. Check out SFH. Go see their Facebook page. Go check out go buy a couple t-shirts. I just ordered mine. Tell you what, women, you're going to love it. They've got some women-specific t-shirts, and I'm not trying to be any gender, like, you do you, but they've got some tough women clothing, and I know that describes a lot of you out there. They have got message clothing. Well, let me tell you, if you check out, crap, and now his name just whooped out of my head, Taylor, shoot. Okay, I'm going to put it on here. Just go to their website. His video is right there. He was, anyway, okay, so he's missing his legs and most of one arm and part of his hand. Okay, so, and he was the first, you guys, gosh dang it, it's like my brain just took a vacation. Okay, go watch it. He talks about it. He's been featured on many different platforms. When I listened to him, when we had our meetings with them, he's got so much information, but he's also got so much love. And dude uses humor. You just got to go watch him. Just go find their website. All right, do it. Go get a t-shirt. Go check out Hero Stock. Look at this. I have to reach out. You have sent us some amazing freaking people too. Thank you, Jason. We got to collaborate on dang it, you guys have been an amazing platform for getting these people's names and music out there. And we just, like I said, we're going to keep working with those who are just doing what they say they're doing, and they're doing it for the good of everyone else out there who has served. So my hat off to you, my love sent to you. I feel like now I picked a few people and a few groups. Please don't think, if we had the digital talent and time. Okay. We're always talking time, talent, and treasure. We're going to be starting up some GoFundMe's, by the way. We've had just kind of a plethora of asks lately, and none of them are like huge asks. We just did a birth certificate. It was like $35, $37.50, because you got to pay like the process fee. None of them are that big, but if we keep going without bringing in, you know how that works, right? If you keep driving your car and you never put gas back in it, where do you go? So we're going to be sending out some fundraisers. We're going to try this GoFundMe. I don't know that we've ever done a GoFundMe. I'm going to throw a couple on Facebook. You guys, I think part of when I say we're vetting other groups, we don't necessarily share names, and we don't always share the exact story, because that would be really obvious, right? So when Jonathan's down there and there's a person in need in his community, we're not going to be like, hey, John Smith is he just needs $800 to catch up his medical bills. We're not playing that game. You're going to have to trust. And we will put our numbers with, we label our gives with the date around the ask time, right? Just so we have a reference, and then we cross-reference that with our list. But we're going to tell you things that we've done and where the money is going, but we cannot give you names, numbers, but all the total amounts and what it went for. At some point, you guys, again, this digital genius that we're looking for, all that'll be on our website at some point, and our little bit neglected website, which is still cool. It's a little bit neglected. School's about to start, and then I neglect things more, but we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good, because I think that digital genius is out there. Thank you again. Thank you all for popping in here. Dom Coors, I don't think he's watching because he's probably busy. Dom's always busy, but I'm gonna play his roll on video at the end here as a thanks for him showing up last night. Wait, let me just share with you guys really quick, in case you are out there. And I've been talking a lot about, oops, wrong way. I've been talking a lot about Jamil Neutron. There's nothing in me that is thinking Jimmy Neutron. Jamil Neutron, okay? There you go. Running for constable of Hudspeth County, Texas. That's what he looks like. You can go find him on Facebook. Yeah. Go look at Hudspeth County. Pretty sure down there in Nebraska, you don't have counties like that. We don't have that stuff in Iowa, Minnesota, maybe North Dakota, perhaps. But okay, I'm stalling because I want to find Roll On with Dom Coors. Nope, that's the startup. Peterson just played it last night. So let's see. Check it out. Next Sunday night at 1800 Central Time, we will have a guest by the name of Diana Hazel Rodriguez. And Diana she is involved with multiple things, peer mentor, peer groups. She's a veteran herself. Just stop on in. I don't know if we have our music category filled yet. I'm going to not tell you any lies. I'm just going to tell you that I don't know, but we probably do. So check that out. And I'm still stalling because Peterson was so cool to find that last night. There's the 10 toes. Maybe I could play 10 toes because I could tell you then you heard it first here on the People's Patriot Project Weekly Debrief. All right, here you go. Here's my man Dom. See you all Sunday.
I'm gonna keep on rolling, 'cause the rolling's fine. It goes on.